What's going on, guys? We're gonna give time for everybody to get on here, and then we'll begin chopping it up and talking about some of the video and what we're gonna be talking about today. So, let everybody get on. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are there. So, I hope everything has been well for you guys. Hopefully, you all are slaying the bass. That's the goal. What's up, Kevin Van Dam? Good to have you in the house, man. And if you're Kevin Van Dam, I know. Good to have you in the house, man. And if you're Kevin McDowell, I know you are slaying the bass, man. That's what I'm trying to be like. But I hope you guys are catching bass all throughout the states. I know in some places it's super cold. Here it's still fairly warm. We do have our cold days, but I'm still chasing those largies, and hopefully you guys are too. So give me a thumbs up if you're there, and we'll keep it moving. What's going on, man? Good to have you in the house. And done. Hope it's all well with you. Cool. So my question, guys, for you all, now that cool. So my question, guys, for you all, now that things are getting a little bit cooler, do you prefer small baits or big baits? Decado, what's up, man? It's been a minute. Hope all's well with you. Yeah, I know typically what everybody says is that in the winter they're downsizing. Cat the Hook, what's up, man? It's good to have you in your house. Robbie, what's up? Robert, what's going on with you, man? Let's see, Jamel 1974. What's happening? Good to have you guys in the house. Let's talk it up. So usually for what I hear, and for fishing over the years, whenever it's been a point in time when it gets colder, everybody is downsizing. I agree with that. I think that is true, but also on the different spectrum of things, I think it's also a time where you can throw bigger baits too. And for me is if I was a bass and I was lazy, slow, not moving around because it's colder, I'm gonna want something that's gonna be big and moving slow and in my face. Let's see. Kevin Down says, I like football jigs and drop shots. I like jigs. Jigs are a go-to for this time of year. You can drag them on the bottom and get those big bites. Sometimes they're far and few and in between. For me, glad baits work extremely well. They move very slowly and they're big, so a bass has an opportunity to get a very big meal with not having to do much. It can chase it down, it can watch it, it can see if it's real and go on for the kill. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, I also like shaky heads. If you go back to some of the older videos about last year during the same time, I caught a fairly large 5 to 6 pound bass on a shaky head and broke my rod. So you can go both different directions, but you're gonna want a slow moving bait, big or large. To bounce back to one of the other questions, I'm loving the boat so far. I enjoy it so much, and it's very cool to get out the shore sometimes too, also, and go after some of those bigger bass in different places where I usually can't get to. So far, I have only taken it out about 2 times, but hopefully soon I can get it out even more and try to get my bearings from fishing from the boat a little bit more. Robert, something that will give them the same energy they're putting out: mop jigs, blades, baits, and 12-inch worms. Let's see. The life of let's see. Let's get back on here. All right. Let me catch up with some of these questions, guys. Let's see. All right, cool. Let's see what Robert says. Something that will give them the same energy they're putting out: mop jigs, blade baits, 12-inch worms, big swim baits is what I throw. Pretty much the same thing here, man. I love the mop jig. I have been catching them on the mop jig probably for the last couple trips out, man. It's a big bait, man, and it has those live plastic rubber which balloons out. So bass love it, and it's a big profile, so it's a chance for bass to get a big bite, and you can just simply just drag that jig right across the bottom and give bass tons of time to look at it. Shake them up. Good to have you in the house, man. Kim, what's going on, man? As always, man, hope all is well, man. Hope you still catching those big girls. Let's see. Let me catch up with some of these questions, guys. Let's see. All right, Ducato, I'm up north, so the blade baits and smaller soft plastics work for me. I gotta try blade baits. I got the boat now, so I'm gonna be switching tactics up a little bit more too. It gives me an option to fish a lot of different ways also too. Let's see, check 'em up TV. What have you been catching? Man, I caught a carp a couple weeks ago, but I'm still concentrating on bass. I may switch things up a little bit and maybe go towards some crappie since it's cooling down, and also some catfish too. Let's see, passion for hunting and fishing. Let's see what's going on. How's it going with you today, man? Let's see. How's all the friends in the room doing? Hey, we're doing pretty good, man. I hope everybody else is doing well too. Thanks for joining in too, man. We're good to have you. Glad to have you in the house. Let me see, guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see. For most of you guys, where are you from? What state are you from? Because I know some of the guys up north are starting to do some of the ice fishing. Down here, we typically don't get ice too much, man. We fish pretty much year long, so that's one good thing, man. It helps me feel going crazy. Let's see. Kevin Dam said, guys, my icy messages are kind of going away on me. Let's see. Sorry about that. Congrats on the boat. Still trying to save one for me. Save for one for me. Yeah, man. It took me a while to get a boat, man. I've been grinding, so I'm happy to fortunately have it right now, man. I want to bring you guys some good content, fish in some different places, man, and mix things up, man, and hopefully get into some new waters that I haven't been into. I have a lot of great waterways around me and reservoirs. Let's see, Canada, wow, man. So I know it's freezing up there. PA for Decado. So you guys are in some cold weather, man. I'm a Georgia boy, so we don't get too much of the cold weather here. Let's see, passion for hunting and fishing. We fish for muskie. Man, that is one of my bucket list fish. Hopefully next year I can come get on some muskie, man. I really want to go after some muskie. Those things are insane, man. Let's see. All right. Let's see what's going on. All Gamer 77. I'm in VA. What do you recommend bait wise? I would say this time of year, man, the jig is a great bait. Unfortunately, you probably won't get a ton of bites, man. Things can be slow this time of year. Fishing slows down. Those bass are lethargic. But your bites this time of year are usually big. They're big bites for bigger fish. So jigs work well, shaky heads work well, drop shots work well. So anything that's gonna be slow and towards the bottom, I would recommend this time of year. Or if you're in the swim baits, man, glad baits work well. Or either like a Hudson, a HUD, you can go with like a 68 deluxe, or you can go to something like an 8 inch, depending on what type of tackle you have. All right, get back into these messages. Let's see, passion for hunting and fishing. Let's see, he caught a 68, a 59, and a 43-inch muskie this year. Wow, that's insane, man. Seems like you had an epic year so far, man. And those muskies are legit. They are top-notch predators. Let's see. Trying to get back into my messages, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see, Decado, we got 50-inch muskies. Wow, my biggest is a 35-incher. That's a big fish, man. So definitely gonna need like a big setup, some heavy duty equipment to fish for the fish, to catch a fish that big. That's insane. But definitely, guys, muskie are on the bucket list for me. Yeah, next are probably muskie, and I want to catch bowfin and peacock bass. Passion for hunting and fishing. You can come down and take you musky fishing. Nice, man. I gotta save up probably for a plane ticket. But if I can, man, I'll find some type of way to get down to you and try to go after some of these big musky, man. Whether it's southwest or something, I want to try to make it happen. That's definitely a fish that I want to chase out there. And you know, I'm down with throwing big baits. So anytime we throwing big baits, I'm definitely down with that. Let's see. All right, just want to make sure I catch up with everything, guys. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. Let's see, Jomel, 1974, Langston. Good to have you in the house, man. Tennessee, I'm guessing Lake Chickamauga. I know lately, man, it's been some phenomenal size bass get caught from there. Some super big ones. Let's see. Let's see, passing for hunting and fishing in Mexico. Let's see, in February, I'm gonna go marlin fishing. What? That should be a pretty cool trip, man. Those marlins are insane, man. That is a heck of a fish to catch. So good luck to you, man. I hopefully you get one. If you do, man, hit me up on Instagram, DM me, send me a picture, man. I would be definitely glad to check that out. So, guys, I haven't officially named the boat. Do you guys have any suggestions? And then for you guys who don't know, I recently got the Pelican Bass Rated 10E. So I love it so far, man. It's a pretty cool boat. I can store it in the back of the truck, and it allows me to get into some pretty tight spaces that normally you probably couldn't get into with most boats. But I haven't given it a name. So If you guys have any suggestions as far as names, holla at your boy, because I'm definitely gonna pick one soon. Uh, every boat needs a name. And also too, guys, I'm fairly new to the boat game, so if you have suggestions as far as batteries, I'm gonna be rolling. I'm gonna be using a mini Coda 55 pound thrust. So what do you, excuse me, guys recommend as far as the battery for the boat too? Let's see. All right, Decado says, far as monkeys, they're really picky fish. I never catch them when I target them only by accident. Man, well, hopefully you got some strong line on, man, because those things are no joke. Hey, Dose Real, what's up, man? Good to have you in the house, man. We got to meet up sooner or later, man. I know you came down here, man, but unfortunately, man, it was some pretty bad weather. Let's see. Dakota said Pelicans are pretty much unsinkable. Man, I like it. It's a pretty cool boat so far, man. It's pretty stable. I can't wait to pretty much hook it up. Let's see. I named mine the Little Bass Buster. They got a ring to it, man. Little Hooker. That's a good one, man. That is a good one. That's pretty funny, man. Those are real said, yeah, man, I'm scheduled Miami trip. Let's schedule the Miami trip. You need to do it, man. Cause Miami, from what I hear, has snake heads, man, and also peacocks, man. So it's hard to beat that. Two big time fish I want to catch, man. All right. And I Captain Hook, man. Little Hooker is pretty funny, man. I don't know how to go over it, like telling my daughter the boat's name's Little Hooker, but I'm down with it, man. Let's see. But yeah, hopefully, guys, I can continue to bring you guys some nice videos. I want to plan on doing like weekly tips also, just to help far as with knowledge, help me learn more about fishing, and also help you guys too. I dropped the one about a week and a half ago. It was 1 minute long. I don't know if that's what you guys are interested in, but I do want to incorporate a little bit more tips to the channel and try to help everybody out too. Let's see. Decado says clown knife fish look serious in those Florida canals. It does, man. Those clown knives are pretty cool, man. They look like aliens almost too. It's a pretty wild looking fish, man. I know a lot of people keep them in fish tanks too, so I would be definitely down to catch one of those too, man. Florida is just one of those special places where, man, you can pretty much just catch anything. It's ridiculous, and the bass are insane in Florida. So if I could, I probably honestly would move down to Florida, man. It's ridiculous because you got saltwater and freshwater, man, and you got those canals to pretty much have anything that you want in it, pretty much. So let's see. Decado says they swim backwards. Absolutely, man. It's insane. They do swim backwards. Kevin McDowell said, "Do you use a four?" Let's see. Sorry, let me make sure I read that question correctly. Do you use a 4 or 5 power rod for jig fishing? Let's see, man. Let me make sure I understand your question. Uh, for me, man, usually I use a medium heavy or either a heavy rod for jig fishing. Usually, let's see. What's going on, Buck Mountain Taxidermy? Lake Outer has those clown knives. Yeah, man, those are weird fish, man. I'm gonna have to look that lake up, man. I actually never heard about it before, man. So I definitely have to check it out, man. But yeah, clown knives are definitely really cool fish, and like I said, Florida, it's just that spot, man. They have guard too, so it's just so many fish out there to catch, man. And if only I just had the time and the money, I would definitely be on it. But hopefully, guys, we'll get there sooner or later, and I can go after some of those crazy fish, man. So definitely some bucket list fish for me to catch. Also, guys, what fish are you looking forward to catching? And also, are you guys still fishing, or you actually put away your rods and reels for fall and winter? Let's see, Kevin down. Oh yeah, 4 power is a heavy and 5 power is a mag heavy. Okay, so yeah, man. Usually for jig fishing, I use a heavy, so heavy rod for that type of fishing. So I like to be able to feel the fish, especially when I'm actually fishing in structure. I don't know if you guys ever tried it before too. Tungsten jigs are pretty cool too, man. It's kind of crazy. You can feel legitly everything. So if you ever find some tungsten jigs, give it a shot. I think you guys would definitely like those too. Let me see. Let me read some of these questions. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Adosa Real says to use a heavy, extra fast tip. Yeah, absolutely, man. And with that jig, man, you really have to be able to lay into that fish, set the hook, and penetrate through their mouth. Let's see. Decado says, if I live as close as you to Florida, I would go and sleep in my car. Hey man, that is definitely making it happen by any means necessary. So you're right, man. I don't live too far away. I'm probably about 4 hours away. But whenever I go home, I'm only about 2.5 hours from Jacksonville, which is South Georgia. So Florida's super quick from my hometown. So that's why sometimes you'll see me meet up with people in Florida, like my buddy Hook 'em in the mouth, kayak fishing. He's in Florida also too, and some of my other good friends like Michael Clifton. When I went to Florida fishing earlier this year and caught some of those bigger bass. So hopefully I can line some more of those fishing trips up with you. And I also have a couple more good friends in Jacksonville that I actually have to meet up and fishing with. Let's see. And Dosa Real, he's actually in Florida too. Let's see. Dosa Real says you use a sunline shooter. I have used it, man. That's some phenomenal line. It's just crazy expensive, man. I actually use the FC Sniper fluorocarbon, and it's legit. What's going on, Bubba Guy Beats? Any baits? Sorry, man, that message kind of went away. Let me read it again. Any baits that's gonna catch them? Something is tough out there. What's up, my guy? Let's see. Good to see you, man. Right now, man, I'm a big fan of this shaky head. Really great bait, man. You can drive it. I mean, you can drag it on the bottom. It's a smaller profile, so bass are not gonna be scared of it. Also, you can go with a Senko, but honestly, man, that shaky head in cold weather is hard to beat. And also a jig. You can go with an arky head jig. A mop jig is really good, but it's just a bigger profile too, or a finesse jig. So jigs and shaky head are great lures for this time of year. All right, let's see. Bubba got beats. I miss fishing in Jacksonville where I started. Oh, for real, man? Yeah, Jacksonville is dope, man. A lot of options out there, a lot of water. All right, let's get up here. Let's see. Dosa Real says shaky head. Yeah, man. Shaky head is where it's at, man. It's hard to beat this time of year, man. It's slow. It's not exciting. It's not pretty, but it catches fish, man. I know a lot of guys use a Ned rig. Never used a Ned rig, but a couple times before. But I'm fairly confident with the shaky head too. Let's see. Old Gamer 77. In the VA, would you consider better fishing stream fishing or pond fishing? Man, I think they both have their things that I like about them, man. Excuse me, guys. I love trout fishing, man. So it's hard to beat it, man. And waiting, like getting in the middle of the river fishing is peaceful. I love it, man. The fish fight super hard, even at small sizes. Pond fishing, I'm looking for a monster. I'm targeting the biggest fish in the pond. That's what I'm wanting to catch. That's why a lot of times I throw these bigger swim baits. I enjoy throwing big baits that most people don't have. And far as streams and rivers, I like the challenge fishing in tight quarters, man. And it's pretty cool being out there in nature and being into some spots that most people don't dare to go into, and most people don't even actually get to see. So I like both for different reasons. If I'm targeting giant fish, then it's probably ponds, rivers and streams. It's peaceful, and I'm trying to get bit, and I'm doing some exploring. All right, sorry that got kind of long, guys. I like both of them. Let's see, Kevin Van Dam, do you fish jerk baits on a moderate or fast tip rod? Man, I feel like you can go either way, man. I think it's personal preference, man. Um, Me, I like a little bit more of a moderate tip because it's a treble hook bait. Just allow that fish to get more hook into his mouth. So that's just for me. Everybody's a little bit different, but I like more of a moderate tip. All right. Let's see. Let's get into this next question. Ricardo says, "What's some of your fishing goals for the new year?" Cool, man. Far as fishing, I kind of mentioned it a little bit before, man. I want to target some different species, but also, man, I want to get that 10-pound bass. That is on my bucket list, man, is to catch a 10-pound bass and film it on camera. I would love for that 10-pound bass to be on a swim bait. But, hey, a 10-pound bass is a 10-pound bass. So that's one of the goals. I want to catch some of these other bucket list fish. A big one is the bowfin, man. I love dogfish, man. I never caught one. Uh, it's so gnarly looking and sketchy. Most people think they're trash fish, man, but they're aggressive. They got teeth. So bowfin is one of the big species I want to catch. I would love to go on a muskie trip, and then I'm gonna eventually go down to Florida. Hopefully, meet up with my boy Adosa Real, and go after Peacock and Snakehead. So those are the big goals for next year. I also plan on getting a fly set up and doing some fly fishing off the Bass Raider and also out in rivers and streams too. So that's the big goal for me next year, and I would love to take this channel to 10,000 subscribers. Those would be big goals, um, and I think we can do it, guys. I really think we can do. What are some of you guys' goals for next year? Let's see. All right, kind of catching up with things. Both is on my list. They look like dinosaurs. Absolutely, man. They do look like dinosaurs, man. They're evil looking creature, man. They survive all these years, man. They're pretty crazy fish. Let's see, check them out TV. We got to whip up on Chambers County Lake. Yeah, man, we got to link back up, man. I still got to get up with you and chase some spotted bass, man. Kevin, man, now goals. Definitely, man. We're chasing goals, man. Check him out TV says he owes me one. We both got to get out some of those fish, man. Those are real tournaments next year. I may do some, man. I would love to do a the Big Bass tournament, man. I think those are pretty cool. I know some guys have been inviting me to do some river fishing tournaments. I think that would be neat too. And I know a little bit farther from me, but an hour up, they have a tournament in Helen for trout fishing. I really want to get into trout fishing too, man. Like I said, I love fishing in those rivers and streams too. Kenny Mock, what's up, man? Good to have you in the house, man. As always, man. Hope everything is good with you. All right, let me see if I miss any other questions too, guys, right quick. Um, let's see. Let's see. Have you been to Jefferson City Lake recently? I've been, I think last week was the last time I went, man. It was unfortunately like super, super muddy. With all this rain, the water was way up, super high up, and super muddy. So if you go there soon, I would say, man, have that chatterbait nearby, man, because you're going to want something that's going to kick up some commotion and disturb some water, man, because it was super, super stained, muddy water. Tough fishing, cold, muddy water. Let's see, but fortunately, I did catch one fish. All right, let's see. A dose of real. Our tournament Sunday biggest bag was 12 pounds. No big biting. This weather is nuts, man. The weather is insane, man. Between the rain, the cold fronts, and then the hot weather, it's hard to keep up with it, man. I'm sure things will settle down pretty soon, man, and we'll get back to normal. But right now, man, it's been insane. Let's see, check them out. TV. My goals are to make it to the regional championship and become an all-around bass fisherman. And whoop, it disappeared. Let me catch the bottom of what you said, man. Let's see, top water, jerkbait, and bottom fisherman. So a little bit of a mix, man. I know last year my major goal too, kind of like you were just mentioning, was getting better with top water. You guys will see a ton of top water this year in my videos. I'm getting addicted to it. I didn't really fish top water before, but it's going down this year. A dose of real. What do you think about the trinks? That's my babe. That's what I want next, man. The Tranks is the next reel that I want for my swim bait setups. I'm actually gonna be going with the 300 version. A good buddy that was on here earlier, Kim, has the 400 version. I think it's one of the best swim bait reels that you can buy. I hear a lot of things about the dial with Lexa too, but the Trance is gonna be the one for me. Let's see. It also is not too bad. You can actually pump it too. Dakota, any smallmouth plan for next year? That's my current addition. Man, smallmouth are beautiful fish, man. I do want to catch some. Last time I went fishing with my buddy Simple Fishing. If you guys seen some of those videos, make sure to check out his channel. We actually talked about going smallmouth fishing this year. So hopefully, man, hopefully I can get on the smallmouth. I'll probably actually try to do some smallmouth fishing when I go up to Tennessee in January. I'm going to be going to that East Tennessee Fishing Expo. So if any of you guys are in that area, I should be that way too. All right. Let's see. Mr. Check 'em out TV. Go to worm. Go to worm. That's a tough one, man. Worms get bit, man. Let's see. For me, it was gonna be my buddy's bait. He hooks me up, man. And I've been rocking with him for a long time. It's the Area 19 trick worm, man. I am a loyal trick worm fisherman. And just to be real, man, trick worm was the first way I actually learned how to fish. I fished the trick worm for like 3 years straight before throwing anything else. But for me, it's the blight trick worm. If it's not area 19, it's gonna be zone trick worm. And then if it's not zone trick worm, it's gonna be the culprit. It's hard to be the culprit. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Kenny said everybody needs a Tranix 300 high gear. What is HGL versus the other models? The HGLs, I think, actually like the high gear model. Uh, it can bring in a ton of line per inches on turn on the reel handle. It's a high gear ratio wheel. Dang, can't get that out, guys. Let's see, check 'em up TV. Any tournament for the next year? I haven't decided yet, man. I may have to come do one of yours, man. But I would love to do the big bass tournament that I think Oakley puts on, where you go after the big bags. And then also, I probably will do the trout fishing tournaments. Let's see. Adosa Real says, why AOL? To bring line in quicker, man. A lot of times those bigger fish, man, with swim baits, they throw the hook really quickly. So you want to be able to get them in quickly, keep that rod tip down, and kind of drag them in. Let's see. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? Hope I was well with you, man. I know you've been duck hunting, man, but it might be time to go after some of those big girls pretty soon. December, January is about here, man. Let's see. So hopefully those are real, man. I kind of explain it a little bit more, man. Let's see. I have mine on a 7.0 currently. That's what I'm probably gonna go with, honestly, man. Is like a 7 gear ratio too. Cause those big fish, man, when they start shaking their head back and forth, you just want to be able to ground them in quick as possible, man. You don't want them to jump, but those big swim baits, that's leverage going to the fish. All right. Let's see, man, what we got going on. Let's see. Michael says, yeah, I'm about to start turning the cameras back on. Nice, man. I'll be watching, man. I'll be watching those videos, man. So we'll have to link up again, too, man. I got a bait for you, too, man. And I think that actually will work perfect in your waters, man. Especially with that high grass, man. Because I know I got my butt kicked a couple times down there, man. Hopefully I get a chance to redeem myself, too, man. So yeah, you guys all make sure to check out Michael's channel, man. He's a beast when it comes to that gambler Big Easy 2 down in Florida, man. Shouts out to all you Florida boys. So, what do you guys have on your Christmas list as far as fishing tackle, man? Is there anything that you guys want to buy pretty soon, leading up to the holiday seasons, or wanting to add to your actual collection? I know earlier I was saying that I wanted like a fly rod and reel set up, and also I need a good set up for like frog fishing. Let's see, a dose of real bearing so everyone can upgrade. Hey man, definitely make everything smoother with those bearings, man. And I heard casting distance is much better. Let's see, Michael Clifton, we will schedule some time together around March again. Cool. Sounds like a plan, man. Try to get on some of those bigger fish, man. That is a goal, man. Hopefully I can catch that 10-pounder by then, so we can really get on them. I'm chomping at the bits for those big bass, man. It's been a while. Let's see. But yeah, man, so hopefully next year, like I said, you'll see a lot more top water fishing for the channel, swim baits, and trying to do reviews on baits that is kind of unique, baits that everybody won't have, and a mix between swim bait fishing and actual conventional tackle. Let's see it. Dose Real says, oh, let me read that comment. I just did the handles in the DC, so other than that, pinion support on top and out on the bearings. Okay, cool. Man, I heard they make a ton of difference, man. All right, let me read this question. Nate Trout, what's going on, buddy? Thinking about a frogging setup, any recommendations? That's actually what I'm looking in for myself. Is there any price points you're looking at? That'll make it a little bit better for me. I'm probably gonna go with an iRod rod. That's what I use for my swimming rod, and so far I love that particular rod. Far as a reel, man, I'm looking for something that's gonna be in that 8.1 ratio. Right now, the hatch ratio I have is like a 7.1, so I want something that I can get those fish in quickly and turn their head and get them out of those lily pads. Let's see, Nate Trout says a $250 combo. Okay, Cool, man. So you definitely have some room, man, far as the rod and reel setup, man. Um, you can look at far as your rods, man. You can look at the Ducket Ghost. I know I broke some, man, but I'm kind of reckless. But that's a pretty solid rod. The St. Croix Mojo rod is a really good rod. Like I loved, man, when I had it. It was a phenomenal setup. Um, let's see. Let me think of far as rods, man. I mean reels. The Corrado K man is a phenomenal reel. If you look around on eBay, you usually can find pretty good deals on them, man. But that's one of the best reels I probably can recommend for you, man. Is the Corrado K. Great reel for the money, man. It is a beast, and it's pretty solid. If you're looking a little bit lower on the price point up, man, I hear a lot of guys say a lot of great things about the Piscifine. Decado says Darwin Furry is dope for the price. It is, man. And I actually Decado, a lot of guys who do swim fishing love the Furry, man. It's a staple in the rod game. So great suggestion, man. Thanks for coming in clutch right there on that one for me. Let's see. Make sure I'm caught up on all the questions. Let's see. Oh, what's up? What's going on, man? It's been a minute since I talked to you, man. Raymond, hope all's well with you, man. I hope you're still chasing those big girls, man. All right, let me see. Those are real says old game trapper tackle hooks. I haven't tried those before, man. Um, are they great hooks? I heard good things from them. I know a lot of guys actually use them. I definitely have to look into them also too. Let me see what old game 77 says. I have a difficult time setting the hook at times. Probably some tackle that will help eliminate that. I could be far as setting the hook. If you could elaborate, man, what part was giving you a hard time for setting the hook? Were you just losing the bass after you initially set the hook, or what? Sometimes too, man, if you're fishing a bottom bait, you're gonna want to reel it that slike, and that should help you a ton, man. So when you feel that initial hit, reel it the slike, man. And also with a bottom bait, man, you may want something with a faster tip too, if you're having problems actually setting the hook too. All right, let's see. Ricardo says, I got the Piscifun Phantom. They're 65 bucks and worth every penny. That's what I'm saying, man. I heard great things about the Piscifun. I may try one out on my new frogging setup, man. But I'm probably gonna go with the iRod Genesis rod too, in that 7.3 platform heavy, with 50-pound braid. And as far as the reel, I'm kind of debating back and forth on that. It may be the Piscifun. Um, but what I know is it's gonna definitely be like an 8 gear ratio reel. I'm probably gonna stick more towards Shimano because I wasn't really loyal to one brand as far as reels, but so far, man, the more I use Shimano reels, the more I like them too. All right, let me see. Dosa Real says, you're welcome, man. I personally like them. The square style and the hooks helps pin them. Okay, cool, man. Like I said, I seen them. They look funky, man. They always catch my ass, so I have to give them a shot and check them out, man. Let's see, whatever you get, ship it to me. I got some beer for you. Cool, man. Appreciate it, bro. I will definitely do that, man. Let's see what's going on, Rock. The 13 Fishing Z is an 8 gear ratio. You know what, bro? I may have to check it out, man, because I know I casted yours before, man, and it's a pretty cool reel, man. So I might have to look into that one too, man. Those reels are pretty cool, and I know people swear by the 13 fishing stuff. Let's see, Decado says Cascade Speed Demon is a nice choice too. Now that's the one I believe that what goes up to like a 9.1. Is that the ones that's like the fastest one ever? Uh, I have to look into that one. I don't know quite as much about that one. But Cash King and Piscifun, man, are insane far as their price points and the products they carry right now. So I know that's why people are loving them so much, man. It's pretty crazy. You got one, man? So yeah, like I said, man, like they're for what I hear, they're pretty solid. So I'd like actually look into them and see what the deal is with them. Let's see. All right, let's see. Raymond Cascade has a 13 ball bearing, I think, too. So that bad boy should be pretty smooth, man. Come on, bro. You gotta you gotta follow the post, bro, on your IG. Hey, bro, I do, man. I know you have the betterment stuff too, man. I'm trying to keep up, man. I gotta work and make these videos too. So Don't kill me, man. Don't kill the messenger, man. My bad, bro. I give you props, man. I seen you been doing some shopping though, so I gotta keep up with you, man. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's what the future is probably gonna hold. Hopefully for the channel, man. Frog fishing, top water stuff, man. Fishing some pretty unique baits. It's gonna be the goal, man, for next year, and also some fly fishing too, man. And trying to, fish for these crazy unique fish. That's gonna be the goal for next year. So hopefully I can bring you guys some really cool content, man. And with that boat, get into some pretty cool, unique places. In Georgia, man, we have some pretty crazy reservoirs, and I love fishing in the reservoirs. And I have a good bit of them around me in my general area too. And also we have the trout streams up north. So that's what you'll probably see me doing a lot in these next couple of months. All right, let me catch up on this one question. What's going on, Melvin? I live in Georgia and I don't have a boat. I can only bank fish. What are some lure tips that I can use to increase my bites? Uh-oh. Let's see. To increase my bites in the colder season. Man, that's been me for like the past 6, 7, 8 years, man. Far as the colder weather, man, fish slow. And if you think you're fishing slow, fish slower. The bite slows down, man. Um, Try to find places where you have steep banks. That's usually going to be the deeper part of the ponds. Fish dams, if your ponds have dams, or look for deeper spots. Also, too, this has worked for me. I don't know if it works for everybody. Try to find spots on your pond or body of water that warm up the quickest. Sometimes fish will go to those shallow areas when they actually begin to warm up, but they often do remain deep. Far as baits, man, something usually a smaller profile usually works well. Like I was saying, shaky head is a great one, man. So find you a shaky head that normally works well. You can drag it along the bottom. You can pop it. A trick worm usually works well this time of year. And also for those bass, sometimes they are finicky. I would also suggest putting some scent on your bait. Um, my buddy, I use this Area 19. Also, you can try JJ Magic Classic. It works well too. Another thing you can do is also fish a jig. Um, Black and blue jigs work well. All black jigs, pumpkin color jigs. I like the Arky head. It gets through some of the nasty stuff pretty well. And also, let's see, the mop jig. Bigger profile. With jigs, you don't get as many bites, but usually the fish are bigger. So hopefully that helps you out too, man. So trust me, I've been beating the bank forever, and I actually still will be fishing the bank fishing. So you guys will see both. You'll see bank fishing, and you'll see me in the boat. So hopefully it's a happy medium for you all. All right. Let's see. And also, is there anything you guys want to see from the channel? Any different types of fishing? Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to do more tips. That way I can learn about fishing. Hopefully, you guys can learn some things also too. Just let me know. And hopefully doing reviews. Hopefully doing 2 product reviews a month. Because I like having new products and testing new things out too, man. I gotta stop shopping, but hey, it's addictive. Fishing is ridiculous. All right. Let me make sure I caught up with everything. Let's see. Speed Demon is a good, but I'll upgrade the bearings. All right. Thanks for letting me know that. Let's see. Kevin Madam said, did you get any tackle on Black Friday? Not this time, man. I actually missed out, man. So I've been trying to save up some money. I've been trying to be good, man. But probably after Christmas is when I actually start getting back into buying a little bit more tackle. I want a couple more swim baits, man, and I need frogs for next year because, like I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot of top water fishing, and I need a frog setup. And I'll probably buy, if you guys are familiar with it, the NC Delps crawler bait. That's one of the baits I want too. Let's see. Melvin says, have you ever fished in Macon, Georgia? And if so, what are some of your favorite spots? I haven't fished in Macon, Georgia quite yet, man. I know it's not too far away from me. I did hear about Lake Juliet. It's pretty close. Heard people say pretty good things about that particular spot. I grew up in South Georgia, near Statesboro, Georgia, so I'm a little bit more familiar with that particular area. And now I'm near the Athens area. So that's kind of the areas where I fish. Athens and some parts of Atlanta right now. And then every now and then when I go home, I'm close to the Statesboro, Georgia area. But good luck out there on the bank, man. Trust me, you can catch them. It's just kind of tough, man, sometimes. But yeah, well, guys, I'm gonna wrap everything up. It was great talking to you. If you have any other questions, just hit me up on Instagram, DM me, say typical outdoors, or you can comment on the video, and I'll be trying to do my best to get back in contact with you. And also, I actually have a Facebook too called Atypical Outdoors. So hit me up. I'm on those platforms. Thanks for all the support, guys, and thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys soon, and hopefully we can fish together one day. Take lines, and y'all take it easy.